Hello, right, I think we're live. So I'm here with V to discuss sexual assault and how it's become the subject of the 2016 presidential race. How's it going, V?
Yay, sexual assault. It's going great. I don't understand this whole sexual assault is the most biggest problem the world is facing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a big problem, but all of a sudden it's like romanticized in the media more than it should, I think.
Or perhaps demonized more than it should, but I don't think romanticized is the right word quite.
Well, it's monetized. Every time there's a rape, the journalists are like, oh, there's some money to be had here, let's talk about it.
Well, yeah, but not only that, it's a good political weapon, isn't it? Because it makes the other person look terrible, makes the person under accusation just look bad by the fact they're being accused, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially the inquisitorial system. It's like once you're accused, you definitely probably are guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
So the
So,
communists used to have a saying, you know, it's better than for 9 guilty people to go to jail than for it's better for 9 innocent people to go to jail than 1 guilty person to get free. 'Cause the guilty
that's literally the opposite of the saying we have over here.
is it?
Yeah. It's better for 9 guilty men to go free than 1 innocent person to go to jail.
Yeah, but the communists would think that the guilty person would poison everyone else. It's like if you put a rotten apple in a bag of good apples, it makes all the apples bad. So that's why it's important for 9 innocent people to go to jail.
Jesus. Okay, well that's a terrible way of looking at it. So anyway, the exciting news today is the Donald Trump leaked tape of a recording with Donald Trump and Billy Bush talking about women. I don't know who Billy Bush is, but fuck it. Let's watch this, and I'm sure I have actually seen it, and it's
He's part of the Bush family, by any chance.
Well, I have no idea, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, he's part of the Bush family, but
Yeah, do you want to just Google it or something while we watch this?
yeah, okay.
She's still very good. I moved on her, actually. You know, she was down in Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and fuck her. She was married.
Huge news.
Oh my God,
You
that's
know,
almost
Nancy.
like a conversation
this
between
was,
two guys.
and I moved on her. Really happily. In
Jesus,
fact,
how horrible!
Yeah, this.
Talking about women. Oh no.
Yeah, Donald Trump's a lad. Who could have imagined?
Yeah, hold
I
on.
took
I'm
her out for-
appalled by this behavior.
Yeah.
furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch. But I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look.
She's your girl's hot as shit. In the purple.
Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa!
Yes, the Donald is good.
Whoa!
Oh my man.
Yeah, this is the sort of crass conversation that men have with each other.
No, I would want to say something, but my mouth is wide open. I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Yeah, who as if they haven't spent enough time telling us that Donald Trump is a male chauvinist pig.
It's not
you
even
gotta look
that. Maybe, just maybe for me, this is like normal guy talk.
Yeah,
You know, it's why these people are so detached to the lower class, to the working people, because this is exactly how people talk. You know, especially the working class.
yeah. Don't get me wrong. This is quite extreme. You know, this is the far end of like what I would expect to hear, but it's not outside of the range. I mean, personally, I do find it a bit cringeworthy, but we'll carry on with it. It gets worse.
Yeah, after this stream, I will teach you some things more extreme than this.
I'm sure you will.
You gotta really
sets this up.
That is very
You give me the thumbs
Look at
up.
you. You are a
You
piece.
gotta put the thumbs up. You gotta get the thumbs up. Can't be too happy.
first? Yeah, let me.
It's very
You gotta
funny.
give the thumbs up.
You and I will walk in.
Got it.
Maybe it's a different one.
This required some investigative journalism
Yeah, that's
to
it.
get a hold of.
Yeah, this is important stuff.
Just some Tic Tacs just in case they start kissing her. You know, I'm
Cringy.
automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. Everything away. And when you start, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the
It's
pussy.
obviously that is
Grab him by the pussy. Oh, how cringy.
Legs, all I can see is the legs.
Oh, that's good.
Come on, shorty.
They're objectifying her. How dare they?
That's good legs.
Woman would never. If this were a bunch of women instead of men, they would never talk like
So it's
this.
good if you don't.
No, God no.
Like Ford, Gerald Ford, remember?
Down below.
I love how he's just knocked on the door. What the fuck? You didn't just open it, idiot.
Hello, how are you? Hi.
Trump, how
nice
are
seeing
you?
you.
Pleasure to
Terrific.
meet you.
Terrific. You know Billy Bush?
How are
Nice
you?
to see you. How you doing, Ariane?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Are you ready to be a soap star?
We're ready. Let's go. Make me a soap star.
How about a little hug for the Donald? He just got off the
Is it
bus.
like a little
Oh
birthday?
god, the cringe.
By the way, this is a program, a television program.
God, this is really cringy, isn't it? Just
No, but here's the thing: if
It's
a
embarrassing
television
to watch.
program meant for entertainment, maybe they were talking like this precisely to get the reaction out of the viewers.
look at her face. She's just like, I guess I've got to do this.
There we go. Excellent. Well, you've got a nice co-star here.
Good.
Yes,
After
absolutely.
you. Come on, Billy. Don't be shy.
As soon as a beautiful woman shows up, he takes
Get over
off
here,
on
Billy.
his always happy.
Oh,
I'm sorry, come here.
Let the little guy in there. Come
Yeah,
on.
let the little guy in. How you feel now, better? I should actually.
It's
be
hard to
in the
walk
middle.
next to a guy
Here,
like
wait,
this.
hold on.
Yeah, you get in the middle. There we go.
Good. That's
This
better.
is much better. This is.
That's better.
Now, if you had to choose, honestly, between one of us, me or the Donald, who
I
would
don't
you
know.
pick?
That's
That's
tough
some pressure right
competition. Yeah.
Seriously, you had to take one of us as a date.
I have to take the fifth on that one.
Really?
Yep, I'll take both.
Really?
Which way?
Make it right. Here we go. Where are the days?
Here he goes. I'm going to leave you here.
Okay.
Get my microphone.
Okay. You gonna? Oh, you're finished?
You're my man. Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm going to go do our show.
Oh, you want to reset? Okay.
okay.
I
That
think this is from a television show, so like they were acting like this in order to get more views from the audience.
yeah. That was just a bunch of tryhards trying really fucking hard.
Yeah,
outdo each other.
Like, what exactly did the Post do by getting this video? It's like, okay, they show the guy who was at a television show, making things over the top for more entertainment for the viewer.
Yeah, they honestly, I mean, they may, I mean, honestly, they've nearly killed me through second-hand embarrassment, but there is really nothing to this that I would give a fuck about at all. You know, this is nothing. This is just embarrassing. You know.
Yeah, it's what guys do when they go out for a drink sometimes, and they
Yeah.
have like these conversations in order to look more macho than the other.
Exactly. Yeah.
At
Exactly.
the end of the day, it's harmless. Like, despite what the cultural Marxists try to get you to believe that somehow women are being put down, you don't have these conversations in Saudi Arabia. I don't think. You don't have the Muslims going like, "Oh, I went under her burqa and I touched the pussy," right? Because that's haram. And I look at the country like Saudi Arabia where women can't drive and they're actually being oppressed, and I compare it to the West. And the conversations that are like this usually happen in the West, so I tend to think that it's not really.
I don't know. I'm sure that guys do this like everywhere, but this is definitely a case of a couple of tryhards trying to out-macho each other in the cringiest way I can imagine, right? So.
No, I disagree. Like in a very religious community, a very
Yeah, okay, but I don't really care about what they might do over there. I'm concerned about this, right? So, this is embarrassing, but not, no one's been hurt here. There have been no allegations made against Donald Trump. As far as I can tell, the woman got away without being molested.
Donald Trump, has been hurt as an image, I guess. 'Cause it's like,
Yeah.
I'll never be
Yeah,
one.
but let's be fair. There is way worse said about Donald Trump than he had some macho jock talk in a fucking tour bus once.
Yeah, and
So-
he got Tic Tacs and shit.
yeah. Go on, Donald. You're gonna score, mate. You're right in there. Right. So
He's a millionaire, so I'm sure that he actually might score.
yeah. Honestly, well, maybe. I mean, Jesus. So yeah. Anyway, let's listen to Hillary a second. What? Okay,
The
that's
right to be believed. Who the fuck has a right to be believed?
well. Women, sexual assault survivors, apparently. Fucking
All right.
right? That's great, right? That's really great. I really appreciate Hillary taking that stance on this. I mean, she's absolutely right. She wants to send a message to every survivor of sexual assault, every single one. That's there won't be any silencing here. They have a right to be heard, right? So let's.
Nancy Green raped you. I know.
She did, yeah. And yeah, exactly. I mean, Lacey Green's exactly the same. So, since we're now talking about sexual assaults and pussy grabbers all over Twitter, which is the hashtag they're using to describe Trump supporters for some reason, which I find amazing because it's not like anyone else other than Trump has said this. But let's talk about Bill Clinton. And now, there are 17 claims on this particular article, but I've seen ones with, I think it was up to 27 different allegations against Clinton, Bill Clinton, for sexual assaults. And
17 women that shouldn't be silent and they should be believed.
Basically, yes. That's they should be listened to, as Hillary said. They shouldn't be silenced. Blah blah blah. These are the 17 women: Juanita Broderick, Catherine Wiley, Paula Jones, Sandra Allen James, Eileen Wellstone, Christy Zerka, Carolyn Moffat, Helen Dowdy, Becky Brown, Regina Blakey Hopper, Monica Lewinsky. Although I thought that was a consensual relationship. Elizabeth
No,
Warden
but she regretted the day
Grayson.
after.
Oh well,
According
there we
to
go.
feminist standards.
That's
you know,
true. That's rape. Sorry, Bill, we got you. Jennifer Flowers, Connie Hamsey, Dolly Kyle Browning, Sally Miller, and Lemcola Sullivan. So these are people who, and this has been going on for a long time with Bill Clinton, going back to the 70s. He has been under allegations of various sorts of sexual assault. Do we want to have a look at some of these yet? Yeah, okay.
But some people would ask, like, what does this have to do with her? I mean, she didn't rape.
Well, we'll get to that. That's the thing. I know exactly what you were going to come with, and so let's just have a quick look. I mean, I don't know who these people are. I don't know, but so this is Paula Jones. Paula, former Arkansas state employee, sued Bill Clinton for sexual harassment. Jones accused Clinton of sexually harassing her in the Little Rock hotel room in May 1991. She alleged Clinton propositioned himself to her and then exposed himself. She filed a lawsuit in 94, just before the statute of limitations ran out, seeking $750,000 in damage. Eventually settled the lawsuit out of court for more than she was seeking after a legal battle that lasted 4 years. That's very interesting, isn't it? That he'd just settle rather than go through the whole thing.
But it wasn't rape, so basically he showed her the pee.
Well, sure, it's not that in itself isn't rape, but the one that everyone's talking about, the most famous one, is the Juanita Broderick one, who in 1973 claimed.
Is it the fat woman in the left?
No, sorry, in 1978. No, it's this one here, I think.
Ah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah. So, honestly, she looks like she's like his sister or something, doesn't she?
If I narrow my eyes and I squint them a little bit, maybe.
But yeah, in 1978, while he was running for governor of Arkansas, she was working as a supervisor at a nursing home at the time, met the future president when he visited the facility. She later wanted to volunteer for his campaign and met him at a hotel where she says he raped her, according to an interview on NBC's Dateline. According to the Washington Post story about the allegations, Broderick said that they talked for a few minutes about a campaign issue before Clinton started kissing her. She was at the time married and said that she pushed Clinton away as she wasn't interested. She told Dateline, "He tries to kiss me again, and the second time he tries to kiss me, he starts biting my lip. Just a minute," because she starts crying. "He starts to bite on my top lip, and I try to pull away from him, and he forces me down on the bed, and I was just very frightened. I tried to get away from him, and I told him no, that I didn't want this to happen," more crying, "but he wouldn't listen to me." Well,
I'm kinky shit.
just an allegation. I mean, I'm sure it's just one allegation on the pile. But I mean, I'm a firm believer in Hillary. I think that we do need to believe these survivors. So
Yeah, they have the right. It's a right to be believed.
yeah, exactly. I mean, how could we even consider not believing them?
I take away the right.
I mean, you wouldn't think that modern feminists are going to be incredibly skeptical of this after all of the yeah, exactly.
Has vagina.
Yeah, but that's the question. Say on the Daily Beast, will today's women believe Bill Clinton's rape accusers? What do you think?
Yeah, especially since that the definition of rape is watered down to the point where some feminists would even think that if a woman has sex with a man and she regrets it the next day, then it's rape.
Yeah, so I mean, by a feminist definition, Bill Clinton is probably guilty, and we should probably believe the survivors.
No, not probably. It's definitely.
Well, yeah, definitely. Sorry, I didn't mean to be unduly skeptical there.
You don't marginalize her experience, man.
Yes, yeah, of course not. I wouldn't dream of it. So yeah, basically, I haven't actually had a look through this one, but yeah, they're just talking about how basically they don't want to listen, and you would think that these women would be believed, except politically they're on the wrong side of the aisle. Not necessarily that these women are even supporters of Donald Trump either. As far as I'm aware, I mean, I haven't seen a single one of them come out and say, yes, I support Donald Trump. As far as I'm aware, they are just anti-Hillary because of, all of the things that Hillary and her husband have done.
Oh, they're the wrong kind of women, basically.
Yeah, and what I love the most are places like Vox, who look at this, just for fuck's sake,
Let me
Vox.
go here. Like, you've just lost 10 IQ points.
I know, everyone does when they
Open
visit
this.
Vox.
It attacks your brain.
What I love about Vox is they are almost unapologetically apologists. It's like Donald Trump can't resist blaming Bill Clinton when his own sexism comes up. You know what, Vox? I think sexism is really the least of the worries that you should be thinking about. I mean, it's not sexism to rape someone. That is sexual assault. But, hey, Vox don't really want to talk about this, do they? They want to talk about Trump's reaction to the release of an audio tape of him joking about sexually assaulting women, which was astonishing. He seamlessly pivoted.
I was shocked at it, I have to say. Like, the way he spoke about meeting a Tic Tac because he might have a kiss with a girl. That was just, oh my god. That was offensive.
But it's basically the same as pinning a woman down on a bed and raping her. Let's be honest. It's basically the same thing. Yeah, I mean... So, yeah, he seamlessly pivoted from a devastating revelation about his own misogyny to pointing out that Bill Clinton is the real sexist.
See, I don't understand. Why is it misogyny? Like, misogyny is hatred of women. The guy wanted to kiss the women. Okay? I don't think Vox understands the difference between kissing a woman and hating her.
Well, they don't care, do they? I mean, they just want to be able to use the word misogyny because it makes them feel fucking good.
Maybe it was some angry kissing going on, that's why.
Yeah, he was kissing her like he'd kiss a man. That's Vox's complaint. He wasn't treating her like a lady.
I hate you so much right now.
Not that, as far as I'm aware, Trump actually did kiss anyone there, but anyway. But this is part of a pattern. In the first presidential debate, he congratulated himself for not bringing up Bill's infidelities. Well, I mean, it takes a great deal of restraint, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, to be honest.
Yes, there are so many of them. It's like, you basically throw a dart and you're probably going to hit someone that Bill Clinton's molested.
Like Bill Clinton's cock stories resonated so hard, even in Romania we heard about it.
Oh man, there are loads. There are loads of these ones. I was having a quick look through them before we went live, and I can't remember exactly which ones now. I wish I'd bookmarked them or something. But basically, these.
Sorry for interrupting, but people are complaining that our mic is too loud.
My mic is too loud.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. A second.
Why are people sending racist symbols into your chat by using the Pepe meme?
Really? Those
it's affiliated with
racists.
neo-Nazis, according to...
I can't believe there are a bunch of racists in the chat putting white supremacist memes in there in the form of cartoon frogs. That is just disgraceful. Think of the children.
How's the sound now, guys? Please let us know.
Yeah, let us know. But yeah, I think. Oh, fuck's sake! Why isn't this loading? I think it was why there were a bunch of them where basically Bill Clinton would be like there with his dick out and just point at it and go suck it to the woman. It's just like, oh my god, Bill. But I mean, these are just allegations. I mean, this couldn't have happened. Okay, for some reason it's not loading now. I don't know why.
I'm really curious if someone would like bite his dick off. Like, how would he be able to explain what happened?
I have no idea. I suppose we should. I have no idea. I don't even know how we'd answer that. So.
If you want to dig back through the 90s on comments made about women, we can certainly look to Secretary Clinton referring to Monica Lewinsky as a neurotic Looney Tune. I mean,
exactly.
Isn't this like a misogyny?
Well, it's a bit of misogyny coming from Secretary Clinton herself. I mean, I guess that would be a bit of internalized misogyny, wouldn't it? It's not like this is just any regular misogyny. You'd expect misogyny from a chauvinist like Donald Trump, But Clinton, God, I thought she supported women. I heard that she did so much.
How much money did she donate for women's charity again? I'm really
God
curious.
knows. God knows. Probably a lot less than the Saudi princes donated to the Clinton Foundation.
Oh,
But
snap.
anyway, so what's the motivation for Trump and his team to dredge the Clinton affairs up? And I love this, just fucking dismissing it as if it. Oh yeah, don't worry. These. If we want to dig back through the '90s comments he made by women, we can certainly look to Clinton. Yeah, it was just in the '90s. It doesn't matter.
No,
now.
it's the right type of misogyny. It's the one we accept.
Yeah, it's misogyny done by people on the left, so that's
No,
okay.
it's like a pedophile Catholic priest. It's like, well, we're just going to hide them under the rug because they're still good Christians.
Yeah, but
No, it's like the way this religion, this cultural Marxism, is hiding its own.
what do you mean hiding its own? What,
Well, when
hiding
someone,
the crimes they've
you
committed?
will notice that when a social justice warrior who turns out to be a pedophile, a rapist, or whatnot, like the others are making excuses for him,
Oh yeah, constantly.
and they're trying to hide it, or
Yeah,
definitely
that's-
not bringing it into the public spotlight.
yeah, because they see themselves as like part of a big team, basically, don't they? They're all on the
Yeah.
same mission.
It's very similar to the Catholic Church when they had the scandals with the pedophile priests.
Of course.
They were also like hiding them and trying to get them away from the eyes of the law.
Yeah. So why is Trump bringing this up? Well, the Trump campaign thinks that public perceptions around the scandals like those surrounding Bill Clinton have changed in a way that might make that history extremely damaging to the Clintons' reputation with millennials. Well, I mean, they have. And they have because of the left, like the cultural Marxists, as you say. They're the ones who have changed the perception on these things, and they've made them worse than murdering people now, haven't they?
Yeah, but it highlights the hypocrisy, basically. If they wouldn't champion women's rights, maybe you wouldn't care that much.
Exactly.
Like you would probably like, oh, I like the platform Hillary is running. I really like what she wants to do with America. But when she's like, oh, I'm defending women, it's like, oh, hold on, no, you're not.
Yeah. And secondly, and this is the thing, if those millennials are briefed on what happened, thus bringing up whenever possible. Second, they view the making the conversation about Bill as an effective way to deflect the many, many allegations of sexism against Trump that his campaign has brought to light. Look, they've been making allegations of sexism against Trump since the very beginning. So this is hardly new. But it's the fact that the mainstream are like, oh, now we want to talk about, the potential pussy grabbers or whatever they're calling them. It's like, okay, well, let's talk about pussy grabbing. Let's talk about someone who might have actually done some pussy grabbing. And the reason that this is actually relevant, and it's not just because there are people who say, well, yeah, but Hillary's hardly responsible for what Bill Clinton does, and you're right, she isn't responsible for what Bill Clinton does. Hillary is responsible for what Hillary Clinton does. And if I can,
The way you say pussy grabbing with such ease, and the way the words come from your mouth,
You think
I
I've done
assume
a
it's
lot
not
of it,
the
yeah?
first time you say it.
Well, it's not the first time I've recommended it. Right, hang on a second. So yeah, Hillary Scrubb's sexual assault pledge after allegations against Bill resurface. This is from, well, not long ago actually, August, and this was where they took off. I think it was that message to survivors that she put, where they have the right to be believed, from the website.
Yeah, it's on Louder with Crowder as well. He had a woman who was raped by Bill Clinton, and she actually says that after it happened, Hillary grabbed her arm, and she was smiling, and she thanked her for her donations to the event, because they were at an event in order to donate for Bill's campaign, and she all of a sudden her smile turns into a frown, and she goes like, "You do realize that your actions have consequences, right?" And looks at her.
That's
And-
remarkably sinister.
Yeah, and the woman says that she never felt so afraid in her entire life.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I think Hillary's probably going to drone strike her. But yeah, the hilarious thing about this is, I want to send a message to every survivor of sexual assault. Don't let anyone silence your voice. You have the right to be heard. Blah blah blah. But by February, the sentence was, "You have the right to be believed, and we're with you," was deleted. BuzzFeed found, of all places. It worries me how much of modern investigative journalism is done by BuzzFeed. it's really silly. But anyway, so yeah, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, if we go back to Kathleen Wiley.
Man, I like that you know your women.
Well, yeah. So she, in this article from 2007, she suspects the Clintons murdered her husband, and she has to understand that her husband probably just committed suicide by shooting himself in the back of the head, or however he was found dead. The numerous weird deaths surrounding the Clintons.
I'm not
is,
into conspiracy theories that much, right? But at one point, the bodies do start adding up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how many people in your campaign can die before you're like, okay,
You
is this
have
looking
so many
suspicious?
bodies. You have so many bodies at this point that you can put them to form a question mark on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking, if it was me, and they were like, oh, you know, Sargon, the Clintons really want to hire you to be their PR so-and-so or whatever, I'd just be like, you know, I just think I'll pass. Even if I supported the cause, you know? But, the thing that was interesting about this article isn't the Clintons murdered the husband thing, although that is interesting. But, she claims she was groped by President Clinton in the White House, and where's the thing?
See, I have to raise a bit of skepticism here, because despite the fact that I'm really, inclined to believe all these, is it possible that because they're rich as fuck, some women actually decided to take advantage of the situation?
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's
But then
absolutely
again,
possible.
if you say something like every woman that is a rapist should be believed, then you have to live with the consequences. Because no one like this whole idea, that every rape survivor needs to be believed. Yeah, okay, then according to your logic, your husband is not a rapist; he's a serial rapist.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is literally the problem of the Clintons. But there wasn't. Where was the thing about fucking? Hang on, sorry.
It's like a Duracell bunny, just unable
yeah.
to stop.
I might, in fact, it's in the first fucking line. I was just reading down the page. So she said, in a new book alleging the campaign of slander and intimidation orchestrated chiefly by Hillary Clinton, she points the finger of suspicion at the former couple for the death of her husband. But this is the thing. This is just one of many, many, many accusations against Hillary Clinton for covering up Bill Clinton's sexual assaults. Rape victim. Hillary Clinton took me through hell. Okay, that's very pro-woman, Hillary. Well done. So this is right. So what happened in 1975? Hillary was some kind of lawyer, not like a really good one or something, but I don't really know. But there was this newly released audio of Clinton reflecting on the 1975 criminal case in which she represented an accused child rapist whom she believed to be guilty. On the tape, Clinton recalls a catastrophic error made by the police, who lost DNA evidence implicating her client, a man she'd taken on as a client as a favour to the local prosecutor. Court documents reveal that Clinton took steps to challenge the victim's credibility and emotional stability by requesting a psychological evaluation. To that end, she cited unsourced representations that the then 12-year-old girl had a history of making baseless allegations of assault, representations that the victim vehemently denies to this day, and also quoted the opinion of experts who argued that adolescent girls from broken homes are prone to exaggerate and romanticize sexual behavior. In doing so, Hillary appears to be moving to tee up a attack the victim legal strategy. I mean, this is probably fairly standard stuff, but it's not very feminist, is it?
Well, she did say that women have a right to believe, not the girls. So there's that.
Important distinction, well made. Yeah.
Right.
In the long emotional interview with the Daily Beast, she accused Clinton of intentionally lying about her in court documents, going to extraordinary lengths to discredit evidence of the rape, and later callously acknowledging and laughing about her attacker's guilt on the recordings. Hillary Clinton took me through hell, the victim said. The Daily Beast agreed to withhold her name out of concern for her privacy as a victim of sexual assault. The victim said if she saw Clinton today, she would call her out for what she sees as the hypocrisy of the Clintons' current campaign to fight for women's rights compared to her actions regarding the rape case so long ago. I would say to Clinton, you took a case of mine in 75, you lied on me, I realise the truth now, the heart of what you've done to me, and you are supposed to be for women. You call that being for women? What's you done to me? I hear you on tape laughing.
She changed her mind, mate. She decided to change her point on the issue.
Yeah.
She felt bad. She felt bad what she did to this little girl and decided to champion women's rights.
Yeah, that's exactly what she must have done. So here's Juanita Broderick. She's the one that's...
How many of them do you have?
Oh, well, this is the thing. This is the history of the Clintons, mate. They're fucking terrible, right?
This is like a pack of Pringles. Once it starts, it just can't stop.
Apparently. Right?
You know, I'm really curious, like, how does the conversation go after, like, the 9th rape accusation?
Well, Bill's probably just like Hillary. There's another one. She's like, oh, all right, I'll get on it.
Yeah, they probably don't even, it's like, they have a code word for it. It's like, it happened or something like that.
Yeah, oh, Hillary, it happened again.
Yeah, what's her name?
Yeah, all right, I'll get to work. But, it's a bit quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, people can't hear.
Yeah, well, I can't turn up anymore, unfortunately. Let's see if I can...
Can you just tell us what goes on?
Basically, the link's in the source if anyone wants to watch it. Juanita Broderick just describes how Bill Clinton pinned her down and raped her. And this is a kind of follow-up to that.
People are saying that I talk about stuff, but I don't seem to care about it. It's like, look, you have this person that's saying that women should be believed, and women are saying that her husband is a rapist, right? And yet there are almost half of Americans, according to the polls, voting for this woman. Like, how do you want me to care at this point? Like, what exactly should I do? Should I act... I just don't... How do you think I should act, Sargon, regarding this issue?
I don't know, but I'm quite liking the chat. Hopefully Hillary will make rape illegal. You would think that eventually she would, but the thing is, that means her husband would be in an awful lot of trouble, so she can't do that.
Well, no, because the thing is, once you make a law into illegal, people who committed it before are not going to go to jail. So,
Yeah.
unless you think that he's still going to rape at this age.
Well, hey, what was it? Colin Powell thinks he is. He thinks he's still dicking bimbos, so...
Well, Viagra is invented, so you might do
Exactly, and you really think that this is going to stop Clinton? But,
Yeah, there are these pumps that inflate your penis for old people.
how do you know that?
No, I'm not kidding. They're actually are. I'm curious how it works, though. It's like you start doing the mushy with the lady, and then you go like, excuse me a second. Then you go to the bathroom, and it's like...
Oh, come on. No, come on, let's be honest. If you're going to get one, it'd be automated, wouldn't it? You plug it in, it'd be a motor that would pump for you. You're not going to do it by hand
you
if
mean
you're an
like-
old man
like
and can't get an
those-
erection.
You mean one of like those...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like you were blowing up a mattress or something.
And now you're talking about your cyberpunk universe, okay?
Look, I'm sure these would exist. I mean, it's not going to be a hand pump, is it? But anyway,
People are saying you raped them. Like, Sargon raped me. You need to be a woman for you to be believed, okay? Men
Yeah.
don't have that right. Men
Yeah.
have enough rights already.
To be honest with you, it's probably not even illegal for me to actually rape you guys. So, you know, if you were women, people would care. But, so yeah, this is Hillary trying to silence an accuser of Bill.
Let's move on to the Democrats. There's some potential trouble for Hillary Clinton. So, a woman who publicly accused
By the way, do you mind if I invite Arch?
of raping her back in 19...
Sure.
Okay. We can't hear the video. You're going to have to talk about it again.
I don't know what I can do to turn it up. I mean, I've got everything at full. So, hang on. Let me see if there are any settings I can fiddle with.
Wizard lives matter.
Wizard Lives Matter? What does that mean?
See, well, you wizards are people who don't have sex. But,
Are they?
yeah, you don't know Wizard Chan?
Oh, yeah, oh, right, no, yeah, I have heard of Wizard Chan. I just, guess someone should tell Gandalf.
I don't understand with a gorgeous woman like Hillary, why do you have to go on raping women?
Look, you don't know that she doesn't like that. Right, have we got any captions or anything?
You think she's into some kinky shit?
Well, hey, I mean, I'm not making any accusations in that regard. Right, okay, well, I think it might be audible. Let me know.
78 is resurrecting
Nah.
her claims on social media.
You can't hear it.
There's a
Well, there's nothing
We
I can
need
do
to get
turn
we
it
need to get some YouTube heroes to put the subtitles on this video.
on. Yeah, we do. What the fuck?
Do you know why they want subtitles? It's so that their bots can ban channels easier. Because if you
Yeah.
have subtitles, the bot
They can
actually-
search it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, right, okay, well, I'm going to play it, because I can hear it, and I imagine some people could probably hear it. So, and it's only like a minute or 2 minutes long, so let's just listen to it quickly.
full screen that we have here we want to put on for our viewers. It says, I was 35 years old when Bill Clinton, Arkansas Attorney General, raped me and Hillary tried to silence me. I am now 73. It never goes away. This is from her Twitter account. So, you know, the question, I guess, is could this be a problem for Hillary? I remember when this woman, Juanita Broaddrick, made these claims back when President Clinton, when he was still president of the United States. It seems that it was sort of debunked back then, or at least it didn't stick back then. Could this harm Hillary?
I think it could harm Hillary if a lot of these women are.
Okay, I'm not really interested in listening to their analysis.
This is from the Clinton Broadcasting Network, yeah.
No. This is CBSN. I don't know who they are, but it's not CNN. But yeah, so
CNN is Clinton's news network.
it is, yes. All Clinton all the time. But yeah, so this is Juanita Broaddrick saying that basically Hillary Clinton tried to silence her after, obviously, her allegations, which doesn't surprise me in the least.
No, I mean, most of these social justice warriors I know are hypocriticals. I don't know why it happens. Maybe it's just weird, but the idea of leading by example definitely doesn't come to them. But what I really find it weird, though, out of all the women the Democratic Party could have chosen, why her?
Yeah, well, you know why her, because she's the one who's so deep, the most deeply embedded. You know, I think she's been planning for this for quite some time. I mean, she ran in 2008 and got trounced by Obama, didn't she? So, I guess this is her way of trying to... Was it 2008 or 2012?
And
I think
well,
it's-
yeah, no, I know. It's funny because they found like now Obama is supporting her, but before it was like don't listen to what she's saying. Every time she opens her mouth, she's a liar.
Yeah. Well, she's a politician, but I think Hillary's probably worse than most. But yeah, so Hillary has basically tried to silence many people who have accused Bill Clinton of rape. Now, I mean, you know, like with Bill Cosby, I don't know whether any of this is true or any of this is false. I don't even want to say, look, there's a preponderance of evidence to suggest. You know, I really don't know, but, I mean, if I was a feminist, I would have to believe this, which is, I think... Oh, sorry. I'll just,
Yeah, but it's not only that. You don't even have to be a feminist. If you're a Hillary Clinton supporter, she is saying on her own website, and you need to believe this shit.
Yes, indeed. And that's the hypocrisy that I think we wanted to point out, isn't it? Right, I think I'll let Arch in. So, Arch, are you on Skype? Is he joining the call or what?
Oh yeah, I need to invite him on Skype as well.
Yeah. So yeah, so basically, from Hillary's, which is precisely why she removed it from the bloody, well, had it removed from the bloody website. You know, if they're gonna be like, oh, you know, that we're feminists, we want every woman to be, and you know that they only put that up there because of feminism. You know, they're like, okay, well, what do we need to say? What does modern feminism make us say? And well, you know, it's distinctly bad for her career or her husband's career. So,
To be fair, they look worse now that they deleted it because the internet is forever. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know who advises her to do that shit.
an idiot.
Well,
Probably the same guy who advised her about her emails. How's it going, Arch?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Can you turn off the voice on Rabbit, please?
Yeah, you need to join Skype, Arch, and turn off the voice on Rabbit.
Yeah, for some reason it wasn't accepting my mic. I don't know why. But leave the video on just in case.
He did get a nigger rabbit on Skype,
Okay.
which is interesting.
V, it's called a Negroid rabbit. God, aren't you even vaguely politically correct?
No. By the way, we were talking about the penis pump, which is a pump that can inflate the penis in order to get a hard-on. And Sargon was suggesting it to be more motorized. Do you think your company can produce, an automated penis pump?
I'm pretty sure one already exists, considering that's a pretty simple apparatus.
I told you, it's not going to be a handmade. I'm not going to be a hand pump. Be an automated penis pump. Come on, V. I told you. I mean, if they can get automated dildos, like electric dildos, they can do an electric penis pump.
Yeah.
We put a man on the moon, for Christ's sake.
It's like weird, the sound it would make. We're like, and then the penis gets up. Okay.
There you go, V. Your automated penis pump. It is already made and produced.
I am really glad you have access to these videos, Art. You're a bastion of information.
I literally just googled automated penis pump.
You know how to look for it.
You're going to get some great adverts on Facebook next time you log in.
If I want to know something about Warhammer or penis pumps, you're the man to ask.
Why would you use a manual penis pump anyway? Wouldn't that kind of defeat the point?
Honestly, that's what I was saying. But anyway, this is the thing I wanted to talk about next. But before we get to that then, so Arch, what do you think of... what do you think... I take it you've seen the Trump video of him...
Yes.
How offensive did you find it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Considering this is Trump... I've kind of grown to just expect him to occasionally do silly things, so...
It's a very very polite way of putting it. But yeah,
What
did you... Hang on. What did you make of it, though? Did you think that this was Trump admitting he's about to sexually assault someone?
I suspect this is Trump admitting to doing what most celebrities do, except very few of them are silly enough to tape themselves while doing so.
This is what I want to ask you, Arch. Did you never took part in a conversation between guys that's remotely similar with what Trump did?
Of course I did.
Right. So it's not something that's outrageous. It's something that happens in Romania, something that happens in Britain, and something that happens in Norway.
Yeah, but I can see the outrage in it. Like, if you're a political candidate, you are supposed to be holier than thou.
Yes.
And this conversation should not be made, shall I say, by a political candidate.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that it's normal, and I'm pretty damn fucking sure that Brad Pitt at some point has said, like, yeah, I'm famous, I can fuck people.
Yeah. But
as long as he hasn't raped himself.
What I find really interesting about this, though, is that the Hillary campaign decides, right, yes, we're going to talk about Donald Trump and like the potential sexual assaults that may occur from him and this sort of locker room banter. And that I find very amazing, given, okay, you want to change the topic of conversation to sexual assault, and Hillary is married to Bill Clinton. And she has a history of covering up and trying to make the people making accusations about Bill, the dozens of them, shut up and go away. And I'm amazed that she would want that to be the subject of conversation. Just the very discussion of sexual assault, you'd think is something she wouldn't want to talk about because of the terrible history of her husband and her complicity in it, wouldn't you?
I honestly think she didn't even think of that, because
Really?
I'm pretty sure Hillary Clinton is that kind of Machiavellian plotter that is entirely convinced of her own right in this. She sees this as Donald Trump being a potential rapist. What she did earlier, that doesn't matter because it was all right, it's justified.
Oh, you think so? And, I mean, do you think that she thinks the public see it that way?
Honestly, I kind of do. Considering the fact that she is polling so well as she is, despite the fact that we have a mountain of evidence suggesting she's a horrible human, I would suggest she has reason to think.
It's so generous that you would describe her as a human. That's so lovely of you. Trans-reptilian, I
To be
think.
fair, it's also the fact that the media has a strong role on the narrative,
Yeah.
They-
But
yeah.
this is something I found very interesting, right? Clinton aides say that women will sympathise if Trump brings up Bill's affairs and rape allegations in debate, even though Hillary wanted to destroy the accuser's claims. And we've already, I don't know whether you saw it, but we've already been through Hillary with various various accusers trying to discredit and destroy these claims. But the aides themselves, I mean, even if Clinton isn't aware, then there are people around her saying, look, this is going to make you look bad in the debates. So the Clinton campaign is aware that Bill's marvellous history with women is something that's going to make them look bad. So you would think that they'd just shut up and not even think about it, you know?
I can see the strategic reason why, but again, I'm entirely sure that at this point, one, she's entirely convinced she's done nothing wrong, and two, they're kind of panicking. I mean, how much shit have they thrown at Trump, and how little has it done?
That's true. That's true. Nothing. You know, nothing at all, really. But yeah, so the interesting thing about all of this was not the Monica Lewinsky thing, although, Bill, could you not have... God, why?
Look at Monica Lewinsky. Like, look at her face in that picture. Do you think that she didn't want it?
Don't know. She looks kind of like she's trapped.
Really?
But no, she probably did. I don't know.
From what I understand, with her, it was consensual, but then she said she regretted it or something like that. I mean, the problem with Monica, it wasn't that she raped her, it was that he had sex while in wedlock.
Yeah. But,
weren't there allegations of rape at some point? Or was there some other woman?
Against who, sorry?
Against Bill.
There have been dozens of allegations of rape against Bill.
No,
But not
with
by Monica.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I'm not too sure. I was under the impression it was consensual, but as V said, it was something that she regrets. And I mean, she's been on a sort of TEDx tour, doing those sort of TEDx-style talks, saying, yeah, this is so hard for me as a woman, I'm the victim here, and all this sort of stuff.
Oh man, that was like her
Which she is, really.
achievement, fucking the president of the America. Like when Bill put his cock in her, he put like some importance, and that was like her life achievement because she wrote books, she went to TED Talk, she went to the media. Pretty much every single time Bill did something and became a little bit relevant, she appeared as well, talking about her experiences.
See, I love this, right? Campaigning for his wife this week in Ohio, Bill Clinton dismissed Trump's threats to bring up his infidelity. He's been making those attacks from the beginning of this campaign, so I don't think there's anything new. Okay, that's not you denying them or anything, Bill. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wouldn't be a wise thing for you to deny anything, I suppose. But, like, this is just you saying, well, you know, he does this all the time, and, you know, these things have been dogging me for years, probably because I keep raping people.
To be fair, look, Trump hasn't really attacked them on this. Like, a few snide comments here and there, but he could have done more with this, and I kind of wish he would.
Well, maybe he's saving it for, like, the last debate, you know, and just bring up, literally just list out the names of women who have accused Bill of raping them, and listing the names of women who Hillary has tried to destroy for these accusations, you know, and then just, you know, he could literally just coup de grace her by saying, and so now, should women be believed Hillary, yes or no? And just watch her squirm. I mean, what's she going to say? No? You know?
Remember when Obama was accused of being a Muslim? Like, judging for how much Bill is
the
raping...
birther movement.
Yeah. Judging by how much Bill is raping, we might see another accusation of Bill being a Muslim, so...
But yeah, so...
Yeah, but if he's a Muslim, it's fine, because that's their culture.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And the thing is, though, what I find really amazing about all of this is this has made Trump do the one thing that he's never done before, right? Trump actually apologized for this, but then says, obviously, that Bill Clinton is worse. And that's... I mean, that's true. You know, Bill Clinton is worse. Is this playing or not?
You know, the thing with Trump, as I keep saying, it was on a television show. Like, he had to act over the top. That was the point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And even then, you know, okay, so it's, you know, they were being, like, desperate and macho. So what?
And why didn't they bring it up until now? You know, if they're so concerned about it. Why not bring it up until the elections?
Yeah. Okay, I
Like,
don't know
when Trump ran for office, no one was pointing out that he's a sexist or a misogynist or a racist or whatnot.
Well, I get the feeling that they've only... I get the feeling these tapes have only just surfaced. Oh, fuck's sake, why... Okay, this is annoying. But,
Give me a moment, my rabbit thing disconnected. Could you accept the thingy?
I can.
People are saying that me and Sargon are getting more red pills, so I guess Archer's still choking on the blue.
Archer's the most red-pilled motherfucker I know. I don't know what they're talking about. Right, okay, for some reason this video isn't playing properly, and I can't stop it. So I'm just going to read it off my other screen because that's pissing me off. So Trump released a videotape apology late last Friday about the crude remarks he made that were caught on videotape. I never said I'm a perfect person or pretend to be someone I'm not. I've said and done things I regret, and words that were released today on this more than a decade-old video are one of them. If anyone knows me, they know that these words don't reflect who I am. I said it, it was wrong, and I apologise. That's highly out of character for Donald Trump, and that's I find that really bizarre, because it's like, I mean, you know, why do you guys think that he's apologised for this and nothing else?
To look more human, I think.
Yeah?
I honestly think that some of his campaign mates have said, you know, mate, like, you never apologize for anything. And to be fair,
But
like,
this is that one
things
thing that you need to apologise for.
Yeah, and to be fair, most of the things he's for don't deserve apologies. I mean, he did never not do something really bad up till now, and this does look bad. You know, like even if I would be caught with such a conversation, I would be ashamed.
Well, yeah.
Honestly, I think that's the reason. Because these previous statements, he's made those statements fully knowing what they mean and what they signify. He didn't accidentally say those things. In this case, this was something he was actually regretted saying, and therefore he apologized for it.
That's true. It was a private conversation. You know, it's just a lewd conversation between a bunch of guys talking about a hot woman. You know, it's the sort of thing that happens all the time with guys. Sorry to break the personal bubble on this one, ladies. Men are vile. And we're a bunch of pigs.
This is what people forget, you know, is that even presidential candidates are still human. And
Yeah.
I know it's weird, but humans do have conversations they don't want made public.
Yeah, that's. I mean, everyone does. For fuck's sake. I mean, you know, imagine if there was a.
Like when you supported Nazi Germany and wanted to gas the Jews in a conversation. I mean, I understand if you don't want that to be made public. That's perfectly fine.
Well, you know, I've been public about my support for building a gas chamber around Ben Shapiro's house.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't apologize for the interracial gay porn you sent on the
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't apologize for building a gas chamber on Ben Shapiro's house, so yeah.
I swear to God, that was I can't. Just to sidetrack. I mean, I didn't actually tweet anything about that, obviously, but I just found that the funniest thing in the world. When Ben Shapiro is getting all triggered by the alt-right, it's like, Ben, just stop it, just ignore them, Ben. You know,
Yeah.
they're just saying they're going to build a gas chamber around your house. It's stupid, and it is mildly hilarious. It's slightly less hilarious than the phrase, when will Black Lives Matter worry about Harambe on Harambe crime? But...
It's how you deal with social justice warriors. It's like, laugh at them, don't take them
yeah,
serious.
exactly. Just laugh at it. You know, just laugh at it. It's fine. But yeah. So
Like,
I'm surprised that
It's a good
Trump.
point, though.
What's that?
V brings up a good point. Like, we've all said shit in private conversation because private conversation.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily something you mean. It's just basically talking shit, isn't it?
Essentially.
Yeah, it's shit posting, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I haven't actually made a huge deal out of the Hillary threatening to drone strike Assange. You know, amusing as it is, I don't think it's a policy of hers. And maybe she was joking. Maybe. Did you see that, Arch?
I did. I also saw one of her senior aides suggesting that since they can't kill him legally, they're going to have to shoot him illegally.
Jesus. Fucking hell.
When was that?
Yeah, when was that?
I think it was a couple of years ago. I've got the thing here somewhere. One of her senior strategy aides was on a talk show of some sorts, where he explained that he was threatened, and since they couldn't take him out legally, I guess we'd have to do it illegally.
Well, I guess you probably
Believe
would.
his words.
I tell you,
Death by suicide.
this is the thing, right? Clinton
by
has always
dumbbell.
just come across as a psycho.
We came, we saw, he died.
Isn't that just so funny? It's only a guy's life. I mean, you know. Oh,
Yeah, but
it's
it's
so
a
amusing.
man's life. Who cares?
Well, yeah, women are the primary victims of war, according to Hillary.
When is she going to? When is she going to drone strike Assange? That's my question.
Well, that is the question on everyone's lips. Probably most importantly on Julian Assange's. When exactly is Gandalf going to get a missile from the heavens? Yeah, I obviously I don't think she's going to drone strike Julian Assange, obviously, and I'm sure she wasn't being serious about it. But come on, Hillary, you know,
Mate, she should really get her hands on this new system called Rods from God.
Oh yeah,
Are
I've
you
heard
aware?
of that. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's a satellite that launches metal rods from orbit onto
Yeah.
the Earth, and they get a lot of kinetic energy
Yeah.
from passing through the atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's just like a metal rod, so it's not like it's nuclear or anything, and so yeah,
Several times more effective.
yes,
Speed.
exactly. Yeah, it's just all this kinetic energy.
By the way, there, Hillary Clinton's strategist Bob Beckel.
Oh, okay. Let's.
I say it's the way to deal with this. I say it's the way to deal with this. It's pretty simple. We got special ops forces. I mean, a dead man can't leak stuff. This guy's a traitor, a treasonous, and he has broken every law of the United
Hang
States.
on, he's not an American citizen. How can he be a traitor? You
What is
fuck.
he talking about, by the way?
He's Swedish. How can he be a traitor to the United States?
Obviously, he leaked stuff. Therefore,
Therefore, he's a commie.
It's like pretty much like the neo-Nazis, the Daily Stormers. It's like if you're white and you don't agree to their ideology, you're a traitor because obviously the white race chose them to represent us. And it's this guy the same, It's like, well, if you break the American dream, doesn't matter if you're not American.
You're effectively
America
a traitor
has
to
a
humanity.
manifest destiny.
Well,
It's,
that's true.
Remember that.
Yeah. that is brilliant. Let's carry on.
States. The guy ought to be, and I'm not for the death penalty, so if I'm not for the death penalty, I only want to do it. Illegally shoot the son of a. It's the way to deal with this.
Holy
It's pretty
shit!
simple. We got
He's
special
actually
forces.
talking about killing a Swedish citizen.
Just
I love
because,
that.
it's
It's like,
because he can't kill him legally.
I'm against the death penalty, so we're gonna have to shoot him illegally. Okay.
I mean, that just goes to show that he's talking from a policy position, not because he gives a fuck.
Wait, he's Australian, not Swedish. I guess this changes everything.
Oh, sorry, I thought he was Swedish, but yeah, it must be this. It must be Sweden that was trying to charge him with rape or whatever.
It's just a different continent.
Yeah.
Man can't leak stuff. This guy's a traitor, a treasonous, and he has broken every law of the United States. The guy ought to be.
How can you break laws of the United States if you're not in the United States? Jesus Christ.
And why does this guy look like he's a sort of ham that's been dressed up in a suit?
I know that America, when they draw maps, they put like America in the middle, which is wrong. It's cute,
Yeah.
but it's wrong.
Yeah, but that's
To
amazing.
believe that everyone from the Earth needs to abide to American law, that's even funnier.
Yeah.
Like, he's Australian, but he broke every American law.
That is just brilliant. And have you seen the leaks that have come out today, Arch?
The
WikiLeak. The WikiLeak.
No.
Where I came in. I don't have it to hand actually, but there was an email that was sent to what was the guy's? The hell was the guy's name? Chat, help me out here. What was the leak? So I'm just going to go on Twitter. I'll find it. I can't remember the damn name of the guy, but basically he'd sent this email where he was detailing just how bad things are in Germany, and he was saying that it's an incredibly comprehensive rundown of just how awful multiculturalism is for Germany and how it's making German citizens suffer, and how there's this huge amount of white flight from Berlin because of all the refugees and migrants and whatnot. And he's got in it a good breakdown of where these refugees and migrants have come from, like from Turkey, the Arab world, and North Africa, and all this other stuff. It's quite eye opening, and I mean it's not anything that necessarily we didn't know, but it's how thorough the thing is. I mean, it's really long email, and it's got all these sources in it. It's every statement is sourced, and it's just like Christ, this guy. This guy really makes it sound bad. So it's nothing we didn't know really, but
See, that's the kind of stuff I would have liked to be informed of. Instead, all of my news sources are currently discussing what would happen if Trump steps down from the election, because they're desperately fucking trying to grasp at any straw right now.
Yeah. It was the Podesta leak. Let me just find the link. And here we go. The Podesta emails.
Well, why do you find the leak? I just want to understand that I'm getting this correctly. So, Hillary's October surprise was that Trump talked about pussy with another straight man.
Yes.
11 years ago.
Yes, 10 years ago I think it was. So yeah, I mean, if it was 11 years ago, that'd be fine. But it was 10 years ago, so he's fucked.
Jesus, like the monster.
I know, how dare he.
Honestly, I don't think this is going to do shit, though.
No, I don't think so. I think by this time next week, everyone will have forgotten about him, because Trump will have just kept talking about Bill Clinton.
It might actually get more people to like Trump. It's like, well, you're saying I can't talk about pussy now? Oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to go out and vote. Going out and vote is actually really hard now, because you have to get your ass out of the chair.
Yeah, you would think that we could do it via the internet.
Yeah, but you can't, apparently, because, you can hack the internet and shit. So.
Well, yeah, but did you not see the fucking, the vote rigging in the second Bush election? There were big allegations about. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm Googling.
There's allegations now as well, with immigrants being allowed to vote.
Well, Trump has made all kinds of allegations about how he fears the elections will not be fair, and honestly, if I was in his shoes fighting against Hillary Clinton, a woman who seems to be perfectly okay with murdering people with dumbbells, I would be fucking nervous too.
Yeah, but all these allegations are conspiracy theory until proven to be true. It's like, okay, first of all, he says that the Democratic elections are rigged. Turns out that they were. He says that someone fucked up with his microphone at a speech. Turns out that it was.
And you had that lovely impartial debate last time, which was very impartial.
Extremely impartial. I liked it when the moderator would interrupt him on behalf of, instead of allowing Hillary to interrupt him.
Yeah, so
that was good. I liked that.
Basically, there was a huge thing with the Bush v. Gore thing. I was too young to be really paying attention at the time. And when I say too young, I mean I wasn't interested. But I did hear about it. I should have looked it up in advance, but I wasn't expecting to go onto this subject. But yeah, there was I remember watching a video of it looked like some sort of, it was some sort of United States court where some chap was testifying about how on the vote machines there was some sort of software that would allow you to basically reassign a bunch of votes from one category to the Bush category. And the person in the court was like, okay, well, what level of technical expertise and programming skill would be required to do this? And the guy was like, well, novice. A novice with 10 minutes worth of time could have written this. And obviously, as someone who knows how to program, I know that that's exactly true. All it is just putting one number from one category into another. It's just changing numbers. So it literally would take 5 minutes to write. So, I mean, when people are like, well, Clinton's probably going to rig the election, don't rule it out. I certainly wouldn't rule out that Clinton might have a way of doing that.
I never understood why the electronic voting system is a thing, because, as you said, it's really easy to use a software program, in order to change the results. I mean...
Yeah, they're not secure.
The paper system that we're still using in Romania is still being used because of that reason alone.
Well, it depends, really, because if you do an electronic system correctly with the correct fail-safes, it is by far the safest system. Just paper votes. We've seen in Russia where they just shove paper, tons of pre-filled out voting
but people found out.
to try them.
It's really easy to find out.
Yeah, but it's way easier to cheat like that. And if somebody weren't stupid enough to fucking let the security cameras run while they were doing it, they wouldn't find out. But a properly made electronic system would be very hard to fuck with. Except, of course, when the one fucking with it is the guy who made it.
Yeah. And they're going to write in backdoors for all of this. So, but the right-wing media narrative is that the Trump tapes have been released, so the Clinton campaign don't have to talk about the Podesta emails. which were published by WikiLeaks yesterday. So what we've learned from these Podesta emails, they've offered a glimpse into the inner workings of the Clinton campaign as it weathered its formative stages from the Democratic primary. Podesta, a canny and top-level operator in the Clinton campaign who served as in both former President Bill Clinton and President Obama's White House, often had the final say on key campaign decisions. So this was an important chap who played a key role in the whole thing. Have you guys heard of this guy at all?
No.
Nope.
Don't know.
Not a
No,
word.
neither had I. Yeah, this is all new to me as well. But he appears to be quite an important chap. And so the emails released just hours after the White House officially accused the Russian government of meddling in the US election, citing the hack of the internal Democratic Party emails published in late July. Well, I mean, Guccifer also published a bunch, so even if the Russians did do it, what have they actually done? They've revealed...
Is there any proof that the Russians did do it? I mean,
Not
besides
as
the
far as I'm
accusation.
aware. Not as far as I'm aware.
That's so stupid. And it's like Donald Trump said, could have been China, could have been Mexico.
Could have been a fatty in his basement, which got the fatties all triggered, didn't it?
I mean, well, why?
I can't believe that statement was the problem. He was literally being hyperbolic.
I know. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. But,
This is what I don't understand. It's that the desire, because people ask, like, why are you interested in the Americans' elections? You're in Romania. Why the fuck do you care? Like, look,
oh, yeah.
this desire of this woman to piss off the Russians and not failing a single opportunity is scaring the fuck out of me. Because I'm really close to the border with the Russians. I'm so close that 4chan is making jokes that the Russians are invading every day.
And this is what pisses me off as well. It's like, why are you paying attention to American politics? Because what happens in American politics echoes around the world. If it just stayed in America, then I fucking wouldn't. Which is the reason I don't really pay attention to Canadian politics or Mexican politics. But what happens in America affects people all around the globe. So it's fucking important.
Like, why I don't give a fuck about United Kingdom politics, and I find your
Yeah.
videos about them extremely boring.
As you should. Although saying that, you fucking think that Brexit's probably going to have some serious ramifications worldwide.
Brexit.
So fuck
I
you.
did watch. Yeah, I
Brexit's
did
probably
watch
going to bring
Brexit.
down the EU, so maybe you should have been paying attention, Gypsy.
No, I did pay attention to Brexit. But when
joking.
you talk about the Labour Party,
Oh, yeah. But
the
that,
shadow minister and blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
no, I understand for people outside the UK, that's not very interesting, sorry. But what I think is more interesting is watching the ideological divide happen and watch it manifest and see how they all respond to each other. Because the same thing is happening in Spain at the moment as well. And it's really, I think it's really a feature of the hard left when they basically gain control of the political party. I don't think they know how to be orderly. Whereas you watch the Conservatives, and they've been very controlled and very tightly knit around Theresa May, and basically they've just sacked up, shut their mouths, and got on with the job. Whereas the left have just devolved into this disgusting purity test. While now even Jeremy Corbyn's supporters, like his diehard supporters, are arguing amongst themselves as to who's like the best. And it's like this is the problem with them entirely. It's fucking. But that's the reason I covered it.
What was your theory, Arch, that communists are actually right-wing?
Communism is authoritarian, you mean?
Yeah,
No,
that's
you
not
said
necessarily
something
right
about,
wing.
like, the right wing who keep power, and they don't take over, or something like that. You did have an interesting theory once.
Anyway,
Sorry, I can't remember right off the bat.
Yeah, you said that I believe left-wing parties are elected, and then they try to keep the power, while right-wing parties take power by themselves.
Okay, well, I love this. We are not going to confirm the authenticity of stolen documents released by Julian Assange, who has made no secret of his desire to damage Hillary Clinton. I love the way he describes them as stolen documents. You would just say fake documents, wouldn't you?
I like how they say it's like, okay, this guy's intention is to damage. It's like, well, yeah, but is he providing accurate information or not?
Yeah.
Because this is exactly what left-wingers say when you provide them with information from a right-winger source. It's like, oh yeah, but they're against immigration, or they're who cares? It's like, is the information accurate or not?
Listen, V, I think you need to understand that 10 years ago, Donald Trump said something sexist about women. So 11 years ago. So whatever he's promising now, building a wall is now sexist and racist. All right.
I never understood how building a wall in itself is a problem.
Well,
the thing
it's
is,
not.
like,
That's the thing.
most nations in the world defend their borders and do have their borders marked.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Mexico's got a wall on its southern border, so
Yeah.
Mexicans are racists. Well done,
Yeah.
left. So the email showed that Robbie Mook, what a great surname, the campaign manager, was worried about the Clinton Foundation's ties to banks. Holy shit, that is literally the least of your worries. You know, it's the ties to the oil wealth of the Middle East that are more of a problem for most people.
Goldman Sachs might be bad people, but Saudi Arabia are worse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know, don't get me wrong, no one's got any love for Goldman Sachs, but they're at least not monstrous in the same way that Saudi Arabia is. But, yeah, Democrats have questioned Clinton's decision after she left the State Department to give paid speeches to banks, industry groups and universities. Well, you know, they have all the money, don't they? Of course she was going to do that. Mook, who went on to manage Clinton's campaign, suggested in an email that it is unwise to involve Goldman Sachs at a Clinton Foundation event in 2014. Honestly, this is just like saying, like, you know, maybe the rapist shouldn't go and speak at a paedophile convention or something. It's like, look, nobody likes either of you anyway. You're both awful. Everyone knows you're fucking awful, so you may as well hang out together. You know, you may as well go. It doesn't matter. No one's in favour of Goldman Sachs, and no one's in favour of the Clinton Foundation. Although it's unclear precisely what event he was referring to, it's a little troubling that Goldman Sachs was selected for the foundation event, Mook said in his email. What do you guys think?
You know, like you said, they're both bad people. Why not let them play together?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not like one of them's tarnishing the reputation of the other.
And honestly, like, he probably means it from a campaign election. Like, you shouldn't literally just go out there and admit you're a vampire, but nobody gives a shit. There's overwhelming evidence that Hillary Clinton is a fucking lich. Nobody cares.
Yeah, when you've been caught repeatedly drinking the blood of virgins, you don't really need to try and hide
At this point, WikiLeaks should understand that this woman, you know, she casted all protection spells on her that she can possibly cast. I think if WikiLeaks finds out that she likes to kill babies and likes to rape them afterwards, like, she would still be winning the elections.
The feminists still wouldn't back down, would they? She's
Yeah,
got the
no
vagina,
matter,
though.
No matter what you say about her, that is going to affect her in the slightest. And I'm, like, surprised and
Well,
shocked that this is still happening.
Yeah, but honestly, I mean, surely it's got to it's got to affect public opinion. You know, the more that comes out and just well, actually saying that, maybe it can't. Maybe there is just a saturation point of just how awful Hillary is. The public is just numb to it, and it's like, well, yeah, we know she's basically Skeletor. Yeah, we already knew this.
She was even, like, found out to have dealings with George Soros.
Of course she fucking was. God.
I think that is the case, though. I think the public has hit that saturation point, because generally speaking, most Americans I've talked to agree that Hillary Clinton is literally Satan, but they often think that Donald Trump is slightly worse. Somehow.
This is the thing, though. I really don't think Donald Trump is worse than Hillary Clinton. If I really thought that, then I would obviously be against. I would be doing more against Donald Trump. But the thing is, Donald Trump, I mean, what's he really done wrong? You know, what's he actually done that's wrong?
Even the thing that they are saying he did, because he's like, oh, he's going to press the nuclear button, blah blah blah. Hillary Clinton actually said that she's going to declare war on Russia if they find out that they hacked her emails.
Yeah, I think Hillary Clinton would have no compunction just drone striking civilians. To be honest, you know, I don't think she cares. I don't think she cares about human life. That's the thing. Whenever you hear her talking about, like, the military interventions, she honestly seems to be enjoying it.
Let me just get it clear. I really don't care if she's drone striking civilians in Syria. That's between her and the civilians. What I do care is that she wants to declare war with Russia. I think that's a little bit more problematic.
Yeah, but that's a Romanian problem. I don't care about that.
Well, no, that's a problem, actually.
Yeah, I
I
know.
like it because you have people. A lot of people have told me, like, you can't elect Trump because he's going to be crazy and he's going to declare war on the world. And I'm like, okay, let's take this logically. Who's the biggest threat to the world if you're taking it from an American standpoint? Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump is sitting there saying, I wish to talk to Russia, And Hillary's sitting there like, if they continue into Ukraine, I'm gonna bomb the fuckers.
Yeah, I would rather Trump and Putin do a deal. You know, and this was someone said to me the other day. It's like, look, you've got the guy who wants to kick brown people out, or you've got the woman who wants to kill brown people. And it's like, which are you going to choose? And it's like, well, I mean, I guess if they're just being kicked out, they're not being killed, are they? You know, so it's just...
Yeah,
Trump is just not as bad as Clinton. Just end of story. I just can't understand the argument for Clinton.
They keep changing the meaning of words. Like, for example, the whole, he wants to make an organization dedicated to throwing brown people out of the country. There already is such an organization.
Yeah,
what he's probably talking about is a specialized organization, because of the fact that there are probably millions of immigrants, and it'll probably need a separate organization.
And the thing is, we're not even talking legal immigrants, are we? We're talking illegal immigrants, to the tune of about 11 million, you know, which is just like, fucking hell. That is a huge amount of non-tax-paying illegal immigrants.
Their dream realized, so that's the thing.
Yeah, but anyway, so let's see what else these leaks gave us. Some of Clinton's paid speeches were apparently revealed. In an email to Podesta from January 2016, quoted sections of Clinton's speeches. In one from 2013, Clinton conceded to needing a public and private position in politics, and in 2014 she said she was aware of security concerns around the BlackBerry at the State Department, using a BlackBerry, at the State Department, and that emails could be vulnerable to hacking. Oh, really, Hillary? That kind of strikes me that you might have wanted to take a bit of security on that. This is all biting you in the ass, isn't it?
I like how they shifted the goalpost. It's like, it's almost as if she thinks the bad thing is that she couldn't defend the emails. It's like, okay, that is bad, but it's not as bad as what was written in them, Hillary. That's the issue that people are so butthurt. It's not that you are incapable of using a proper computer that's secured.
Yeah,
and people found the emails. No. What's written in the emails is the actual problem.
Bill Whittle actually did a fantastic video about Hillary and the emails that I'll put on afterwards, because it's only a short thing, but it's actually a really worthwhile watch, because he basically went through the narrative of Hillary and the email scandal and how she was just lying at every single turn, and it's just like, you know, he's got all the sources there, so I'm assuming he's not lying about it. I haven't actually looked into every single one, but I've seen all of this going on as it's been happening. So but I'll put that on afterwards, 'cause it's actually a really good video. Even though he's an evil right-winger, I'm sorry, my left-wing credentials. Oh no, you know, nobody on the right could ever tell the truth. But yeah, so there, the email thing, obviously. There was an endless back and forth over what joke Clinton should tell in a speech. I don't give a fuck. Clinton's advisors saw Jeb Bush's economic message as a threat. I can't believe they can. I mean, this is how out of touch they were, is that they saw Jeb Bush as a threat. I mean, is there anyone else on Earth who thought Jeb Bush was a threat? So back in February 2015, he was raising millions of dollars for a future juggernaut presidential campaign, and he appeared in early polls to be the Republican frontrunner. Well, I suppose that gives him a fairly rational reason then. I guess no one really expected Donald Trump to win it, did they? But the speech, which called for less regulation and the right to rise, made Harris nervous. He's in a fertile zone, the GOP primary electorate notwithstanding. For those of you who've put up with my interest in exploring opportunity framing, he has some of the elements there, said Jim Margolis, an advisor. It's a scary new wrapping paper for trickle-down, very much in sync with what we're hearing in groups. Very little in the speech HRC wouldn't say. Well, that's interesting, but nobody cares about Jeb Bush.
Jeb Bush cares about Jeb Bush.
I doubt it. Dude, Jeb Bush looks like he's about to go hang himself at every given moment.
Well...
So they debated over how to criticise Sanders. Okay, yeah, that's fine, but we already know there was a mass fucking conspiracy against Sanders, so that's not really that interesting. This is interesting. Clinton apparently wanted to produce a video to respond to the controversy around her foundation. I would love to see what that video would contain. I mean, I guess the reason they didn't do it is because, well, let's just not talk about it, but the campaign was hampered from the beginning by allegations about the Clinton Foundation, its acceptance of foreign donations, which has been proven to be true. If you actually go to the Clinton website, the Clinton Foundation website, you can just search through it yourself, because after it was all leaked, they were just like, well, we may as well put it up. And you know, it's all up there. It's all up there, and it's just like, right, okay, so she's taking literally millions from Saudi princes and whatnot, and from Oman and Yemen and Qatar and all these really progressive, forward-thinking Muslim states.
But it doesn't matter because it's just the Hillary Foundation.
I did find out that Qatar is not using slaves because apparently after 3 years of working there, they allow you to go back home.
So it's indentured servitude.
Yeah, do you know how they do it?
I know, go on.
They advertise, for instance, come to Qatar, you know, you can work and you get like 600 euros per month.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you're a poor guy from India and you're like, oh, well, you know, I really need to make some money for my family.
Uh-huh.
And you travel to
Good
Qatar.
impression.
Yeah, and once you get there, they take away your passport.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, we're going to renegotiate the contract. Instead of 600 euros per month, you're making 50 euros a month.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and they put you into really deplorable conditions.
Yeah, so it's one step up from slavery, but worse than serfdom.
Yeah, like basically there are YouTube videos where you can find out like documentaries with people who go into Qatar, and the government is like complacent with this shit.
Of course it is.
And the
It's
working
probably
conditions
profiting
are
from
so
this shit.
yeah, the working conditions are so bad that up till today over 200 people died of heart attacks while trying to build a new FIFA stadium.
So, yeah, these are the people who are donating to the Clinton Foundation. So, in one exchange from early May, aides appeared to debate releasing a video in which Clinton would answer questions about the foundation. It was an idea Clinton herself seemed to endorse, but the video was ultimately never produced. She believes she needs to do this video because her integrity is being attacked.
Oh, well.
God forbid anyone would attack your integrity, Hillary. She is the only one who can say she didn't make a decision as a sex state based on a donor. Now, I don't even think that's true. I have seen, apparently, that she was, but it's a bit, I don't think it's cut and dried, so I'm not sure, so I'm not going to go into it. She cut a section from her book about the Keystone Pipeline, and I thought there was something else, but I guess that's it. But, so yeah, you know, not good stuff, really. A lot of it's like kind of just...
I don't think this document is questioning her integrity. I think it's denying its existence.
Yeah, I mean, the question isn't, you know, what's her integrity like? It's where is her integrity? And I guess she probably sold that out a while ago.
Maybe it's next to the car keys. She forget.
Who knows? But yeah.
Next
So
to Bill Clinton's virginity. That's where her integrity is.
I'm just gonna whack this video on because he goes through all of the stuff, and I think it's worth discussing. And if you want to pause at any point, let me know.
Hillary Clinton's health scandal is still unfolding, but to understand the conflicting and ever more unlikely stories that
Why is there fire in the background?
it's useful to
Is it Bill
recognize and
Clinton's
understand the pattern that Hillary and Bill Clinton revert to when being confronted
Bill
with
Clinton's
unflattering
medical record.
evidence. I like to call this the Clinton lie ratchet.
Hillary Clinton's
So,
emails.
let's put aside Hillary's
Burst
health
of
problems
flame.
for a moment in order to observe how the Clinton lie ratchet worked on the previous scandal, which was the issue of her private email server.
Goddamn filthy right.
Now, in
Why
December
do they have all to
2014,
look so smart?
Investigators on the previous
Why isn't he wearing a
scandal
tie?
in Benghazi
He's wearing a suit
discovered
and shirt without a
then
tie.
Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was using a private, unsecure server to send government emails, some of which may have been classified. Now, once Hillary realized that there was actual evidence of wrongdoing, something, you know, tangible, not something you
Delete
just blame on
everything.
conspiracy kooks or the deplorable and vast right-wing conspiracy, then the ratchet kicks in by telling a lie, which is the least damaging lie possible. Now, regarding the email scandal, the least damaging first lie uttered by Hillary Clinton herself is that, yes, she did have a private server, but only for the convenience of having a single portable device for both business and personal email.
Oh, well, in that
of her
case.
work-related emails
Yeah,
have been
that's
turned over,
okay.
she said. So the ratchet locks the
Well,
damage
they did
to
say it's
a little
like
bit of portable-
like the least damaging lie.
Yeah, and you would think that they would do that. You know, they go for the smallest lie they can tell. So if at some point they get found out, they can, well, it's not a very big lie. Is it? What you can do, not vote for me and vote for someone who wants to have sex with women? Honestly.
Grab their vaginas.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Vote
seems
for...
like such a ridiculous lie, though. Like, I have classified government documents, but because of my convenience, I figured I'd leave them unsecured.
Let me just point it out how retarded this is, right? We live in an age of electronics, but imagine if she didn't have a computer and she would actually take the private documents at home.
See, that would be less ridiculous because she lives in a fucking fortress.
Yeah, I would find that less ridiculous because it's less likely that the Russians or some fat £400 hacker are going to get to them. But anyway, yeah.
Judgment, and now it's old news. Case closed. Let's move on. But we discovered that contrary to the least damaging lie that she told us in the beginning, there were in fact work-related emails on the server that she did not turn in. Now, faced with more actual evidence, the ratchet slips one notch, and now we lock into the second least damaging lie, which is, okay, well, not everything was turned in, but no harm was done because none of the work-related emails that she neglected to turn in were classified. By the way, a press corps not dedicated to suppressing news would have realized, just as we right-wing nutjobs did, that the simple admission
Can you pause a
not
bit?
turn in.
Yeah.
You notice how the conversation shifted between what was on the emails to like, was it a business or was it private or like no? Like, why does no one talk about what was written on the emails?
Well, I mean, for the subject of this particular issue, it's whether the emails were classified and stored in an unsecured location. And they were classified, they were stored in an unsecure location, and so she's lying to kind of minimize the damage of that.
Why the fuck did she put it on her personal
work-related
computer?
documents.
Oh, I've no fucking idea, but let's carry on, because it gets better, it really does.
For whatever reason, was an open admission that she was in violation of U.S. Code Title 18, Part 1, Chapter 101, Section 2071, Paragraph A, which in fact is a felony. And of course, if you're running for president, a felony looks pretty bad on the resume.
Yeah, but she's
Details.
She makes them
Classified.
Yeah, but I mean, this is just the ones that we can prove, you know. I mean, she's probably thinking, well, Jesus Christ, you know, I've got a body count list as long as my arm. You know, the fucking hell, man. You know, the fact that some of my emails were unsecure is just, whew, I'm glad that's what they're worried about.
If she was like the Russians taking the watches of their victims, she would not have a place to put watches on her arms at this point.
Probably
I still love the fact that she has literally admitted to a crime and there has been no consequences. I adore that.
And this is really why I'm so against Hillary Clinton. The fact that so much of the establishment is just behind her, despite how awful she is, just goes to show how corrupt the American system is. I mean, she should just be facing opposition at every turn, but she's so embedded in the system that she can just get away with it. And it's just like, no, she has to lose. You know, this has to happen. But anyway, I'll carry on.
You know, by the way, back to my, like, you know, in World War II, Russian soldiers would put watches from the dead that they would kill. And some of them had so many, it went all the way up their arm. So they would start putting the watches on their leg. I think that's like what Hillary Clinton is doing now if she keeps killing people.
Yeah, I definitely... anyway, sorry.
Top secret and above top secret emails were in fact stored on her private server, disproving the second lie. So now the ratchet proceeds to the third least damaging lie, which is, okay, they may have been secret, but they were not secret at the time that she received them.
What?
When this is revealed to be a lie, the
That's so
Clinton lie
fucking
ratchet moves
retarded.
to the
That's like the worst lie ever.
I just love how this just keeps getting more and more incriminating for Hillary. Like, she's a child who's just being constantly caught lying and like, no, I didn't eat the cake. Well, why is there cake all around your face? Well, I mean, that's cake from earlier. We didn't have cake earlier. Oh, well, I mean, you know, it's just like, shut up. Just admit you're lying.
No, the biggest thing, well, if she admits she's lying, she has to go to jail.
Yeah,
and but it's so stupid. It's like, it was, they weren't secret at the time. Okay, so when they became secret, why didn't you delete them?
Yeah, and just someone's asked me to turn up the volume. I can't for some reason. This is as loud as it gets. I really wish I could turn it up. Sorry.
Fourth least damaging lie. Okay, they may have been secret at the time she received them, but they weren't marked secret, so she just didn't know that they were secret.
I love that. That's my favourite thing. I'm a woman. I don't know anything. All right, good. All right, Hillary. Fucking.
Now you might wonder why a person trusted with the most sensitive, guarded, and potentially damaging information in the entire government of the world's most powerful nation, when unsure of whether something of obvious importance was secret or not. You would think that somebody like that would err on the side of caution and, you know, ask. But when we then discover that many of the emails were in fact marked C for confidential, well then the fifth least damaging lie to be trotted out becomes so desperate as to become an open farce. Hillary Clinton thought that the C stood for a paragraph heading. None of the other paragraph headings were marked A or B or D or even E for effort at this point. When the utter ridiculousness of the fifth least damaging lie is revealed, then the Clinton lie ratchet moved to the final tooth, the sixth least damaging lie, which was this. Yes, they were marked classified, but in 2012, Hillary Clinton fell to the ground and hit her head so hard that she forgot the briefings and the protocols on how to handle top secret information. This last least damaging lie is in fact so damaging, the candidate for president of the United States hit her head so hard that she
that's
forgot
the question.
how to handle classified
Well, maybe it's like now
information.
she learned her lesson, you know.
I
And now she's a doctor. She's a PhD in guarding secrets.
I do adore it, though. It's just... This has gone beyond the point of, was it a felony, and should she therefore become president because felony, or is she fucking mentally capable?
Well, I mean, she only took a massive wang to the head that prevents her from remembering how to do her fucking job, mate.
The very specific wang to the head that affected only her security briefings.
Yeah. I just couldn't remember that one thing, you know. Everything else is fine, trust me. But this is the thing, you know, this is a great summary of exactly how this has happened. And just the repeated lies and lies and lies. So, look, I wouldn't trust this person to fix my car, or, like, you know, I wouldn't trust them to do anything for me. I would just think, no, this person is a serial liar. They're obviously trying to cover something up, and I wouldn't want to deal with them, you know. And this person is expecting other people to vote for them. So, just like, why? Why would anyone vote for this?
Well, to be fair, she's not expecting other people to vote for her. She's expecting other feminists to vote for her.
No. There aren't nearly enough feminists to to make the vote. She needs the general public to vote for her.
See, I am still entirely convinced that she thinks she is just and righteous in this case. I just
Really?
can't believe that a human that has done this much evil can do so and function normally. Like, either she's a prisoner, she is constantly being guarded by a special security guard that are keeping her locked up, and she's going, please let me stop lying, or she's entirely convinced that, yeah, this is fine, not a problem. I need to be president because reasons.
Honestly, I just think she's a total sociopath. I think her and Bill, I think they're both psychos, and I think they don't mind. I mean, she doesn't seem to care that he's apparently raping and molesting loads of women. She doesn't care. She doesn't.
Well, I think she went through the steps, you know, denial, anger.
No, I don't reckon she has, man. Every time I've seen her talking in like an unguarded fashion, when it's about something. So when it's about people's lives, there's no gravity to what she's saying. She's flippant and she's almost juvenile about it, you know. And it's just like, Hillary, do you not think that a bit of decorum might be just useful, if nothing else? You know, just to make you look slightly less like an arsehole, less like a sociopath who doesn't give a damn. You know. I would
This is what she struggles with.
Yeah, absolutely.
She has a hard time presenting herself as a fucking baseline human.
That's why everyone's like, well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't bat an eyelid if she pulled off her face and revealed a lizard face that licked her own eyeballs or something. You know, it's exactly what I'd expect, because she just seems like such an empty, hollow shell of a person. She doesn't seem to have
we're
anything.
talking about Jews?
No, we're talking about Hillary Clinton and lizard aliens. I think David Icke was right.
She could be a Jew. Do we have evidence that she is not?
What, Hillary? No, I don't think she's a Jew. Did you say a Jew or Elizabeth?
That was the joke, Sargon.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't
You
paying
have
attention.
a lot of alt-righters in the...
Look, riddle me this, alt-right. What's the difference between lizard men and Jews? Okay? I don't know. Let's just finish this, because I don't know whether he says anything interesting after this.
God knows what else got knocked out of her head. That you have to just wonder why someone would revert to a lie that damning and damaging in the first place. And the answer is that this appalling statement is still not as bad as the actual, truth. And the truth, we know it's the truth because she's been forced to admit it, one click of the ratchet at a time, is this. No, she did in fact keep government emails on her private server. She did fail to turn in tens of thousands of work-related emails. Hundreds of these emails were classified as secret, top secret, and above top secret, and she knew full well that they were classified when she read them. And now we discover that the reason she gave for all of this deception and lying in the first place, that she wanted the convenience of a single handheld device, was the most damning lie of all, because Hillary Clinton had at least 13 mobile devices, all with top secret information on them, and none of which were turned over to the FBI for their investigation.
I mean, seriously, at this point, you'd just be like, well, shit. If this was me, if I were Hillary Clinton, and I had been just telling all of these lies...
This is what Trump's vice president pointed out. It's like, if my kid would have done what Hillary did, they would be in jail.
Yeah.
And Hillary's vice president was like, no.
And he has a point. There's no way a normal person could have done this and not be fucking locked up for the rest of their adult life.
Yeah. I mean, just... And not only that, just the reputation, your public reputation would be so awful if you were just constantly lying like this. You would never let... No one... The media would never protect you. The media would never protect anyone else over this. You would be the laughing stock of just article after article of just, and it'd be everyone. It wouldn't just be like the right wing conspiracy theorists sort of thing like Bill Whittle apparently. It would just be the end of your political career. No one would believe you. No one would take you seriously.
To be fair, most people would assume you're a traitor at this point to the nation. I mean, like you're giving away state secrets. And you're claiming you gave them away to Russia. Like, people would wonder, did you really got hacked? Like, you can't be this stupid. You probably gave them willingly.
And like we saw in the previous article, in 2014, she knew that they weren't secure. So it's just like... It's like she doesn't care. It's like she... it's literally like she knows...
It's just America, mate. It's just America.
Well, that's the... Yeah, but no, it's not even that, man. It's not even that. I'm not really worried about, like, the damage it's done to the national security of the US. I'm talking about, like... It's like she knows it's not going to affect her political career. Even if the worst happens, it all gets hacked, it gets leaked, and she just says literally like 6 different lies, then it's just like she knows none of it's going to affect her. And that's a weird... Exactly, that's a weird level of confidence to have. This kind of... I'll just keep lying. What difference does it make?
Honestly,
yeah.
I've been thinking about this for a while, and I admit it sounds like a crazy fucking conspiracy theory, but I'm starting to wonder if she did this on purpose, because this is a pretty obvious thing. You don't have classified information on an unsecured device. She knows that. She has to.
Yeah.
She takes that to Russia. I'm almost thinking she delivered it up to someone in return for the promise of protection.
Maybe. I mean, like I say, who knows how many murders she's orchestrated if we're going to get conspiratorial. So,
it seems such a ridiculous thing that a career politician would just go like, yeah, I know this is unsecure, but fuck it.
Yeah, maybe she's got so much on so many other people in, various important positions that they would never dare betray her or something like that.
Did you notice that at any of her rallies, she has all the flags but the American flag?
Does she? No, I think she probably does have the American flag.
No, but look at her supporters. Like, they have the Mexico flag.
Yeah, but on the stage behind her, there are big American flags because
No, not when she gives speeches, but when her supporters make rallies and whatnot.
I'm pretty sure they also have American flags. I mean, come on.
Show me a picture.
Not a problem.
Go and get it.
Google is your friend.
You are going to have a hard time trying to find one, though.
I didn't have too much of a hard time. I literally just googled Hillary rally.
See, look at this. Okay, you guys won't be able to see it, right? This guy's like, seriously, enough with your bullshit. Biased analysis of our election. What bias are we talking about here? Are we talking about a bias against a career criminal? You know, I mean, in what way is Hillary even slightly redeemable? In what have I said that's not true? All of the sources for this live stream I put in the description, and I encourage everyone to go through these all themselves. You know, Hillary put out this campaign video. It's still on her YouTube channel, where she's like, we should believe the survivors of sexual assault. Oh, well, here we go, Hillary. There's 27 survivors of sexual assault, apparently, from your husband, and you have spent your career covering it up and trying to bury them, by your own fucking words, from your leaked emails. And this idiot's like, Hillary being an awful candidate doesn't make Trump a good one. Nobody thinks Trump's a good fucking candidate. Nobody. I doubt even the alt-right think Trump's a good candidate. They just think he's their candidate, for fuck's sake. Trump is a terrible candidate. He is awful in almost every way, but he isn't, as far as I'm aware, a criminal like Hillary Clinton is. He doesn't seem to be a sociopath who laughs at the deaths of other people. He's not like, can I drone strike a man who fucking leaked my documents? You know, he's not as bad as Hillary Clinton. That doesn't make him good, you fucking idiot.
And to be fair, this faggot did spend a lot of time trying to find news sources from the left.
Yeah, literally everything I got. I tried before we started the stream.
Except video, yeah.
Yeah, before we started the stream, I spent about an hour finding the stuff that I wanted to talk about. And V was like, "Well, just get this one from like the Daily Mail or something, or Fox News." I'm like, no. We're going to try to use left-wing sources, or at least ones that are at least vaguely acceptable, because I don't want them going, yeah, well, they're just right-wing, because it's such a silly, childish way of dismissing things. And yeah, it's just like, dude, okay, if you want to like unsubscribe because I don't hate Donald Trump, that's fine. Do more power to you. But seriously, it's just.
Also, just because it's a biased analysis doesn't necessarily mean it's a wrong analysis.
Yeah, but I don't even think it is a biased analysis. I mean, we started with Donald Trump and his little sexist fucking thing, and it's not like at any point I said that's not sexist. And I was like, look, they are objectifying this woman. No, it is sexist, right? It is, but the question is, how bad is this thing? And it's not. It's totally not.
No, seriously, why is it sexist for a man that's straight to exercise his sexuality?
No, that's not what's sexist. You obviously minimized what's happened there. I mean, what's happened is a group of guys have been having a private conversation talking about a woman as if she's an object, and that's what they were doing, and that's fine, and that's true. That is true. That's what they were doing, and yeah, okay, that's not a very nice. No, listen, that's not a very nice thing to do.
There were a bunch of women talking about Trump.
That would also be sexist. Yes, if they were objectifying Trump or like sort of like you've seen the Diet Coke ads, right? Where it's literally just like muscle-bound guy naked with a Diet Coke. That is also sexual objectification. And if a bunch of women are sat there talking about how, talking about him as an object, then sure, they are being sexist as well. But that's the thing. Being sexist in a private conversation like that isn't the worst thing in the world. It's not like some fucking capital crime. It's not any kind of crime at all. And in comparison to that, Hillary Clinton is covering up and deliberately trying to ruin the people making accusations against her husband of sexual assault, and that is apparently bias. How is that bias? I mean, what am I like not being rational about here? It really pisses me off. It's just like this person really seems to be talking about their own bias against Trump, and it's like, okay, yeah, well, I don't blame people for hating Trump. There are a lot of reasons to hate Trump if you want, for fuck's sake.
Honestly, I think it can be kind of summed up very easily. What are the primary arguments against Trump? Like, oh, he's a sexist, or stuff like that. Oh, he's an Islamophobe, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Primary arguments against Hillary Clinton is she's a criminal. It's that fucking simple. Okay, this guy says mean thing about women. Okay, that's not great. This woman is leaking national secrets. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Which one is worse?
Yeah. And
I don't see a situation in which Trump's is worse. I just can't fucking see it. Has he leaked national secrets? No? Okay then.
Yeah.
Case closed.
Does he take donations from Saudi billionaires who run what was it? What do they call it? A Lolita Express or something? Which is, you know, obviously as shady as you can imagine. You know, he's just not as bad as Clinton. And don't get me wrong, right? If there was like, I mean, Dave Rubin endorsed Gary Johnson, and I can see the desire to endorse Gary Johnson, right? He, you know, you would think a half decent libertarian candidate would be well worth endorsing, you know, because libertarian values. I might not be a libertarian myself, but they're not awful values, you know. But I'm not a libertarian, basically, mostly on pragmatic reasons, rather than the disagreeing of what their principles are. And so a half-decent libertarian candidate could have been really fantastic, but Gary Johnson's a fucking idiot. He's like some sort of, literally like some sort of stoner candidate who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And that's coming from someone who is a stoner. So it's just like, Gary, you know, I like a bit of weed as much as everyone else, Gary, but you're a fucking moron, and I can't believe you are the best libertarian out there. I mean, apparently there's a lot of contention. I've heard from a lot of libertarians. I've done a few videos taking the piss out of Gary Johnson now, because he's such a fucking moron. And I've heard from libertarians going, I hate Gary Johnson, he's an idiot. And it's just like, yep, he is just a cretin. And totally not the right guy. You know, they could have chosen anyone else, probably. But yeah, so,
I have to go a little bit earlier, so thanks for having me.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, is there anything else we want to cover since we're here? Since we have thousands of people watching, or is there anything that we don't want?
Yeah, my fans keep asking when's the next Cyberpunk. It's Monday, guys.
Monday, yeah. You up for Arch?
Of course I am.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
The question is if you are up for Arch's Cyberpunk.
Yeah, no, to be fair though, you guys are actually in quite a good position, aren't you? Because V's out of the hospital, you've got your money, you've got your pad, you're actually, you know, you've completed your mission.
Time to work on a plan to get V back in the hospital.
Exactly. But otherwise everything's gone quite well. But anyway, we won't bore everyone with our nerdy talk of Cyberpunk. Right, so yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover in this. Thanks for watching and thanks for joining me, guys. I've been joined by V Monroe and Arch Warhammer. I'll put links to their channels in the description if you want to check them out. And I guess we'll see everyone later.